Mr. and Mrs. Smith are getting rebooted and becoming a TV series exclusively on Amazon Prime, so what a brilliant time to go back and watch the original movie. Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel Lifestyle Critic. I hope you're doing well. In this video we are going to be reviewing Mr. and Mrs. Smith, which is a really stylish action comedy with killer leads Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie, which alone just makes this movie really, really iconic. And also this movie is really infamous as it's the film that kickstarted the Brangleina relationship and marked the end of Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston, which is obviously really, really sad. But as far as the movie is concerned, it's a really fun and subversive romantic comedy contained within an explosive action thriller movie. And it's really, really fun, really, really enjoyable, and I'm going to be breaking it all down for you in this movie review. So from a storyline point of view, it centres around the two married couple lead characters, John and Jane, and they are seeking couples therapy in counselling. What they don't know is that they are both secretly assassins and they both work for different rival companies. One day they both actually have the same target, and as such the job gets completely botched and their particular companies tell them to kill the other one. The film then explores who is going to be successful and has loads of twists and turns, and also explores whether or not their marriage is going to be saved. Now from a positives point of view, this is a really nice new light-hearted take on the action genre, and also there are some truly explosive action sequences happening. Obviously they're secret assassins, so all of those scenes look really, really cool, and there is a massive almighty fight in the mansion property, and that scene just itself looks absolutely wicked. There are really cool chase sequences, and it's just a really thrilling movie, and it's also a really cool movie as it's got such brilliant lead characters playing all of their parts. However, from a negatives point of view, you're so invested in the storyline, both the couple storyline as well as this rival assassin storyline, and it just suddenly has an abrupt ending. However, what you may not know is that there is actually an alternate ending which sees them flying off to Rome, and they have a child that also has killer instincts, which I think is so much better than a massive clash happening and then suddenly that just abruptly ending and seeing them in couples therapy, which was funny, but I just thought it wasn't really that rewarding, especially from an audience point of view after, like I said, you're so invested in the characters and in the storyline. But you know, still, this movie was made quite a long time ago and the storyline still holds up today, which shows that it's a really impressive entry within the action genre, and that from a storyline point of view, it is actually pretty awesome. So from a cast and characters, Mr. and Mrs. Smith is definitely one of the best movies out there, as it's got such a brilliant cast associated with this project. So let's go through them one by one. So first up, of course, we have Brad Pitt, who is playing the John Smith character. He's a really, really cool, suave character. And Brad Pitt has obviously demonstrated across his acting portfolio that he's really brilliant as an action hero star, for example, in World War Z. And he definitely brings the action hero into this film. Likewise, Angelina Jolie is a brilliant co-lead, and across her portfolio as well, she has definitely been able to own all of her action roles, and she does such a good job as Jane Smith in this movie. We also have Vaughn, who is playing best friend Eddie to the John Smith character, and we also have Kerry, Michelle Monaghan, and loads of other actors in this project, which are absolutely brilliant from a supporting characters point of view. But overall, from a casting characters point of view, Mr. and Mrs. Smith does not disappoint. So despite the fact that this movie was made quite a long time ago, from a visuals point of view, it absolutely still holds up today, as all of the sequences in this movie look absolutely extraordinary, and the mansion property alone that they're staying in just looks absolutely fantastic, and from an audience point of view is definitely somewhere that you'd want to stay. And like I said before, there is a massive confrontation that takes place in their resident mansion, and it just looks so incredible. All of the stunt choreography in that sequence just looks absolutely extraordinary, and then the aftermath set in that sequence looks absolutely brilliant as well. And also outside of the mansion, there are some truly explosive action sequences happening, which looks absolutely brilliant. All of the chase sequences look really, really great, and all of the undercover assassin work, all of that looks really, really cool as well. And also there are some really cool chase sequences and undercover spy work happening in this movie, and also the additional scenes that they filmed in Italy for the alternate ending looks absolutely magnificent as well. So from a cinematography, visuals point of view, it looks absolutely brilliant. In terms of comparisons, there are of course loads of action movies, especially action comedy movies out there, so let's compare them to a few. So I think this movie is a lot stronger than Salt, Atomic Blonde, Wanted and The Tourist, and I think it's on the same level as Hitman's Bodyguard, Keeping Up with the Joneses, which I know, by the way, gets a lot of criticism. I just think it's a bit unfair criticism, as the movie is really, really cool, and also I think it's on the same level as Italian Job. But you know, that being said, Mr. and Mrs. Smith is really distinctive and really unique as well, and is a brilliant new entry within this action genre. So overall, I really, really enjoyed Mr. and Mrs. Smith. I mean, it's got a brilliant cast, an awesome storyline, and some brilliant visual sequences in this movie. You know, I was a little bit frustrated at the abrupt ending and so much preferred the alternate ending. I also think it's really, really funny that they have tried to do a sequel, a prequel, and a movie reboot, but none of them have been successful, and now they're doing a TV reboot, which I think should be really, really interesting. But as far as this movie is concerned, I really, really enjoyed it, and so I have to give it a solid 7.5 out of 10. I'd love to hear what you think, so please let me know in the comment section below. Otherwise, I look forward to seeing you in my next video.